it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it, and it's pretty lucrative. Transfield Services has the contracts with Defence to service detention centres on Nauru and Manus Island. That's helped a downturn in its more traditional services, maintenance and construction in areas like mining, energy and infrastructure. Late last year, the board batted off a takeover offer from Spanish construction giant Ferrovial. But was that the right decision? Well, Transfield Services Chair Diane Smith-Gander joins me now. Diane Smith-Gander, we've just seen a piece on the problems facing the gas sector. Do you think there'll be more deferring and postponing of investments in projects? And how's that going to affect your company?
Well, Tiki, I think you have to remember that Transfield Services is a services company, and so we see what's going on in oil and gas and resources in general from the lens of being an operations and maintenance services provider. Yeah. So the work we do is what keeps the oil and the gas flowing, and that's necessary to take the product to market. So certainly our customers are under cost pressures, and we're helping them out with those. But
we hear mining services is on the nose, though.
Indeed. But I think, you know, the previous piece on gas is very clear that there are huge markets really proximate to us. So we're pretty confident about the prospects for oil and gas in the short to medium term in Australia, and our work is very strong in that area.
Let's go to this takeover offer from the Spaniards, from Ferrovial. Now, the takeover offer was at $2 a share. That was back in December. You rejected that. 3 months on, your share price actually came back about 8% today, but it's 140, around 140. Was that the right decision looking back?
Look, the board still firmly believes that we made the right decision, because we made the decision based on the future value of the company, and that's our responsibility to protect the interests of all of the shareholders. We take a very long view. We've got to look through the cycle, and we've got many reasons to be very confident about the long-term prospects of the company. And remember, we did have the support of our largest shareholders in the decision that we made.
Well, indeed. Alan Gray, who own about 20% of your company, that they supported your decision on that takeover offer. But at your half-year results in February, they called the results messy, and that the core business was going backward at a very rapid pace and didn't generate cash, didn't pay down debt, and the earnings reasonably weak and very second-half dependent.
When you've got a shareholder that owns 20% of your company, you keep very close to them. And so we have had a number of conversations with Alan Gray about those particular comments. Of course we have. And I'm very confident that we actually do have their support. You know, print media is a wonderful thing. It's very easy to be sometimes misconstrued, quoted out of context. You know, earlier today, very sadly, I was at the memorial service for Simone Murray, who was the principal of Alan Gray. And in the eulogy, there was a quote from Simone, and it struck me like an arrow, because it was something that he had said to me over and over again. And it was 6 words: long-term approaches, no quick fixes. And I think that's the way our shareholders and Transfield are looking at the market.
And Alan Gray feels very confident going forward with you, I presume.
Well, Alan Gray is still there, right at the top of our register.
Yes. Business confidence generally, Diane, and the idea of reform, your CEO said in February, he was expecting all these asset privatisations to bring more opportunity. Now, will it? I'm looking at the Queensland election, the East-West link in Melbourne, and the backlash to the idea of privatisation here in New South Wales.
Look, I've said to Graham Hunt, put that crystal ball away. You know, mine's on the blink. I never, ever bring it out. And certainly business confidence in Australia is not at a high ebb. And that's because consumer confidence is not. And that's coming off the back of a lot of uncertainty, particularly around political leadership. And I think that's a great problem for the nation. But the really big issue at the moment is that we are an economy which is traditionally fuelled by our resources, and it's cyclical, and we're at the bottom of the cycle.
So on these privatisations, though, I was speaking to the New South Wales Treasurer yesterday, and he said there was not enough vocal support generally coming from business. Would you agree with that?
I don't think it's business' responsibility to make the case for elected leaders. I have certainly seen plenty of support for conversations about not only what government should be doing, but how they should be doing it. And of course we have a huge business in facilities management, property, social defence and so forth, where we help governments both at the state and federal level have appropriate cost to serve. But as a nation, we've got to get more productive. As companies, we've got to get more productive. That's what you do at the bottom of the cycle. And we shouldn't let this opportunity go by.
Very much a weather vane for the economy. Diane Smith-Gander, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.